Found more pictures. Hey, I forgot to take this one off the wall. This is the only mare I ever owned. She was a good jumper. Her knees were like perfect. And her neck and stuff. She was a good horse. And then I found this one too. I was like, oh, I forgot that. That was my jumper. And this was what started it all. That was the first time I ever rode. I was 2 years old. My mom's like, aren't your legs cold? I was like, Mom, I'm on a horse. Who cares? I'm fine. I was bundled except for my legs. But yeah. Funny. Oh, I was gonna show this. That's the Frisian that was imported from the Netherlands. I used to just hop on her and ride around bareback with just a bridle. She was cool. It's funny because my mom was like, why does she look so funny in that picture? I'm like, it's just the angle or something. It's like her legs look short. She does kind of look funny in pictures, but she was cool. She was fun to ride. I got a couple stacks. That was my jumper. Waiting to go into class. And my mom took that, and it's funny, I was watching whoever was in there, and my horse was like, doo-doo-doo. And this was coming out of the class. I looked happy. My horse was like, wee. That's a cool picture. And then this was my old trainer's horse. Like my first trainer. It was, I think that was an Appaloosa, if I'm not mistaken. But everyone was like, oh, I can't believe you ride that horse. It was a fun horse to ride, I thought. And I got 2 of these. This was my first horse at a show. And it's just, I got like a panoramic or something. Oh, if I tilt it that way, it's better. And then just outside a show with a Pelham bridle. Just waiting to go into class. And this was a pairs class. I think that's pretty close. On the back it says got 3rd out of 8. So I can't imagine what first and second looked like, because I think we looked pretty good. Like I had a martingale, I shouldn't have had one. And she had red hair sticking out. She should have tucked that in. And then like, it looks like my horse. But I had tall boots and she didn't. I mean, they were little. But if you look, like our right legs were both, we were even in step with each other and everything. But 3rd's not bad out of 8. I think that was cool. You know, like I did halter a little and bareback, and then like pairs class. That's cool. And a couple costume classes. My last horse. He looks shiny. You can see a cat out there with him. He's looking at that cat. Cat's like pretty brave. He's just looking over the fence. He was a good looking horse. Trotting around. I got a lot of pictures. I don't know if it's this. It's might be a little. No, it is these. Okay, here's my horse. This is a close one, and then there's another one that was a thoroughbred. I think he was a stud when I moved there, and then he got gelded or something. And they would race, and I have a picture of it. I thought I had more than one picture. There, my horse is just trotting. If you look, now here's a picture. They would go to the end of the pasture, and you can see, it's hard to see the other horse, but you can see there's another horse on the other side of the fence, and you can see my horse. They would go to the end, turn around, and then take off. Like they would race each other by themselves. It was so funny. It was so funny. I wanted that other horse, and the lady said I could have him, but I couldn't take him off the property. I was like, what if I want to take him to a show? Like, it was just weird. And I wasn't sure about that horse either. And then here I am out with my horse, and the other horse is watching what we're doing. He's like, you want to race? They used to do it. It was so funny. I forgot I had that picture. There they are, the two of them. They kind of looked alike. Like he was darker and more built because he was a stud for... Here's another picture of him racing. You can actually see... Now that one, you can see the other horse is like getting down and going. See that? If I hold it steady. My horse is going in a couple pictures, but you can really see the other one in that one. They would race each other. I've seen horses do some pretty funny things before. There's me with my horse and the other horse. He would always be like lingering in the distance. I think they were buddies. That's a pretty picture of him. He looked good there. And then this was... Oh, I thought I had two of them. I dropped a couple earlier. I was like, oops. Just shove them all back together. However, they're not in order anyway. This is... I want to say, this was before I bought him. My hair's short there too. You can't really see it. It's not the best picture. But, and he's shiny there. But, I tried to help sell him to like my old trainers. He went through an auction a couple times, went to a sale barn, came back. Finally, I was like, I'll take him. Poor guy needs a home. But that was his little pasture mate before, like a big white draft horse. I can't remember what breed. Shire? Yeah, because there was some Shire land years ago. And this was a mare from there or something. And the owner owned my horse too. And then, like, the people that boarded him bought him. And then I ended up buying him. And there he is. He was goofy. He had a good personality. He wasn't the best horse when I got him, but... He really did come around. He just needed somebody to, you know, be patient and work with him. And, like, he looks good there. Look, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, he's standing out there. You know, I'm not holding on to him with a lead rope or a lunge line or nothing. I'm like, dude, just stand there. I'm going to take your picture. And he's like, all right. How I look? you know, or I'd set up jumps and I wouldn't have to worry about him, you know, being stupid and running off or something. And this picture is like, to me, that's like breathtaking. That is a beautiful horse there. My mom took that picture. I was just out riding my jumper one day. Beautiful. Now, I think I look horrible in this picture, and I forgot he had such big ears, but he really looks good there. Or looked good. This was years ago. See, you know, these pictures span like over so many years. This is me. I think I was in the warm-up ring at a show. That's a cool picture. Like standing out in the field. Like, are we riding or are we taking pictures? There's me at a show, waiting to go in the ring. Waiting to go in the ring. Now my horse is watching the horse in the ring. Before I was, then the horse is. This is funny, this is outside the ring too, and it's like 3 of us from the same barn. I was like the junior rider, and then there was like 2 adults. And we were all on our horses. I think I was waving at my mom or something. I'm the far one. I'm on the jumper. They're on hunters. Adult hunters or whatever. And then here's another one. Bunch of goofballs on their horses. And then my mom would always take pictures. Like, I'd be outside the ring. She'd be like, let me take your picture. That's a horrible one. Like, front on like that. But some of them were cool. Like, I think that's a cool looking picture. Just stand there. Like, if I didn't know she was taking it, then it would turn out better than if I knew she was, you know, like, if you can't pose for that kind of picture. It's got to be like a peaceful, just sitting, chilling. You don't know, you know, you're watching the ring. What's going on? Your horse ain't acting up, or like this one, I could never figure it out. It looks like I'm waving at somebody or something, but I always thought it was like the oddest picture. Like I'm sitting on a horse. It looks like my jumper. It almost looks like I'm waving at somebody or something. I must have had that in my tack trunk or something. I used to put pictures in there. So, I still have another stack. Now this is like, I don't know if you'd even be able to see it. I held out to the light, but I'll try to see if... Oh, you can see it, wow. That's on my jumper. See, something like that, I don't even know how you get that into a picture. You know, like, what is this thing? I'm on it, though. It was given to me by somebody. They're like, here's you on your horse. I'm like, thanks. What do I do with this? It's cool, though. So, I like this picture. I went to see, like, Christmas lights one time, and it's a carousel with horses. I was like, that's the best Christmas lights I ever seen. And this is, like, the pony ride I was probably too big for. Like, look at how I look horrible. Like, how old am I there? It doesn't say anything on the back. I think I probably wanted to go because I was like, man, that's a cool looking pony. It doesn't even, it looks like a stuffed pony or something. I was like, I just want to ride that one. Probably. My guess is it might have been the first time we went to Colorado or something. Now this is a funny picture too. This was in my bedroom growing up. And it was some of my ribbons. I'm like, that's a horrible picture. Wow. And these are probably so dark you probably can't even see them. Try to pick the lightest, best one. These, I don't know if... Oh, you can kind of see them. Yeah, it's like I'm out... It looks like winter. Out in a field. My first horse. I don't know if it's... I just got him or something? Yeah, but I'm standing next to him. You can't even see it. It's pretty dark. But yeah, I don't even remember having these pictures. I'm like, where was this? Who knows? And then we've got the beginner lesson horse I used to ride, Strawberry, again. That's me coming out to probably get on or something. He was cool looking though. Strawberry. And then I want to say this is like a school horse at this one barn. I think might have been this horse Courtney. I'm not sure. And then this was the pony that I won first place on. This was a cute pony. See, it was like bay with like white face. Really good jumper. And then this was one of my costume classes. The person in front of me with the pony was Snoopy and Tweety, is it? Tweety Bird. And then that's me in the background on that trainer's horse. And I was riding side saddle like a little girl. I think I had fake braids or something. In a dress, holding a teddy bear. That probably wasn't the safest thing. Like, I just flipped one stirrup over and I'm like, I'll just ride side saddle like a little girl, you know, and her teddy bear. That probably wasn't... Yeah, there's me in a dress, riding in a dress. And I think we all got, like, a ribbon. Like, we all got a green, and I don't remember. I think we just all got a ribbon. It wasn't like placing. But, and then the other time, I don't have a picture of the second time I did that, but a costume class later, I don't know if it was on my jumper or something, but just for fun, I borrowed racing silks. And I think I flipped my stirrups over and put my stirrups way up and just rode around like that, like a little jockey. And I think they didn't place either. A lot of those costume classes, they just like everyone gets a ribbon, you know. And that was a Halloween costume class. So it was fun to do that, you know, when you're younger. That's the one I did that on. My trainer's old horse. She probably, if I got a hold of her, she'd be like, you still have pictures of him? I'd be like, yeah. Like, what am I going to throw them out? These are like good old memories. Like, there I am showing him in a schooling show. I mean, back then I didn't do like big rated shows or anything. Once I got my own horses, I did like rated shows. There we are, all lined up for ribbons. You know, when I started out showing, I didn't, you know, when I first started, like my first show, I don't think Oh, I only went in one class. I didn't get a ribbon and strawberry. See, this is like star. Yeah, it's a star in the back. At a different, it's a schooling horse at a different barn. And I think I did I might have gotten second or something. It's a good little jumper. And then this was at that barn. A little black, really cute. I don't know what kind of horse that was, if it was a quarter horse or what. But I jumped him around. There's me jumping over like a little X with my trainer out there. One of my trainers. I've had a few. That one's blurry. That was my first horse. Yeah. My first horse. Sometimes I get the first horse and the old trainer's one, because that one was kind of gray. That was at a different barn. I've been at a few barns too, quite a few. That was me with my first horse. With short hair. Funny. He was decent. He was like a 6-year-old thoroughbred was my first horse. And he raced. If you flipped his lip up, he had a tattoo. I mean, I was told that didn't mean he raced, but my guess would be he did. That was him at a show. I mean, he'd jump around. He couldn't jump too big. He was only like 15, 3.5. Now, this was my jumper. Like, he could jump the moon. He was awesome. Here we are in the equitation class. Funny. Whee! And this day, my mom came out and took pictures. Like, I had a good picture when I was warming up. This is one of my favorite pictures, but then we started jumping, and I don't know what it was. We usually had good lessons, but I wasn't happy. You can almost see in the picture, it was like I was having a bad lesson, like just it wasn't going well, and my mom's just snapping pictures away. I'm just like, can you please stop it? My hair is tickling me. My last horse. Me and my last horse. Yeah, I knew I had other pictures. I think that's the one before I bought him. And here's the other one of me. I remember my mom seeing these and she's like, why are you on the horse without a hard hat? I'm like, I just hopped on for a picture. And she's like, without a hard hat? We just needed somebody to hop on and I love this picture. It was up at the show, one of the shows. And it just shows like how much fun we had. I mean, that's me and one of my friends. You know, there's some other people in the background. They were watching like a Bears game. Like my trainer and somebody's dad. But her and I don't know what was so funny. But her and I just were laughing about something. We were having a good old time. And some of these, the rest of these, let me see. These are those Lipizan horses. And white ones that like my mom took me to, and then I went to a camp that we went to them. Here's one of the brood mares when they brought the babies out. And then like this is like a younger one because it's dark. like bring them out and make them do tricks. Like from the ground or riding. Like here's a little bit older one. Gray. With someone riding. And then these are like Grand Prix pictures. I think I took some of these. Let me see. And then a few of these were given to me. But by somebody. I don't know who. I want to say I took these. Yeah, actually, I didn't realize this is Chris Kapler in Concord. And I ended up, my jumper, I bought from him. And that's him in a Grand Prix. He won a silver in the Olympics, 1 or 2. Or a silver and a silver, or a silver and a bronze or something. I didn't even realize that I had like written down who everyone was. There's another Grand Prix jumper. Yeah, I took these. These were Grand Prix of Chicago. It says on the back of them. And it says all who they all are. It's not me. But I mean, those are some big jumps. Look, that's sponsored by Mercedes, see? I think, if I'm not mistaken, they had a car in the arena. Like, if you won the car. I was like, wow. I thought I had a picture showing it. I thought I did. There's a picture. Huh. I didn't realize I had written down... Look, now that's a wide fence. That's a wide fence. Now this is a different one. Yeah, I thought I had a picture of the car in there, but must not. If I had 2 identical pictures, but I guess not. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is a different Grand Prix of Chicago. But I think the next year, and I took pictures from up in the stands, you know. Well, we'd get good seats, like front row in the balcony, in the middle, you know. Those are some big jumps. Look at that green and yellow one. That's wide. But see, this year I didn't write who the people were. That's a big jump. Wide with a wall, too. And then, not this picture and not this year, but I brought my jumper to the Grand Prix of Chicago. Afterwards it's called a match race. And what it is they make identical courses, like 2, and you race. I mean, they shoot off a gun and everything, and I went in it, and I didn't win. But it was fun. See, that last fence is like a triple bar. And you can see like an oxer. They're not as big as the Grand Prix jumps. Plus, you're racing over them, you know. It's for... I mean, I was a junior rider when I did that. But I think, like, my horse, at first, the girl wouldn't... Or whoever was going with me wouldn't line up. And my horse was, like, going crazy. Like, let's go. And... finally, she got up there and they let us go, and my horse took off. I mean, it was 5 strides down the first line, and we did it in 4. And he used to do Grand Prix, my horse, before I bought him, and they had, it doesn't show, this year they must have had flowers in, dividing, but the year I did it, they had the jumps from the Grand Prix, which were too big for our horses, to jump. Well, my horse had jumped those before, so I landed off the second jump, turning the corner to like a triple bar, like that, and we turned, and as we were turning, he picked up a different fence, like dividing, and he's like, that one? I'm like, no, this one. And he's like, whoa, and he stopped, and then I tried to circle back, and he was like, and it was like too much. I mean, like, look at the stands. That's the biggest place I ever rode in. I was like, when I walked in there, I was like, whoa, like, I have arrived. I mean, earlier that day, we trailered up there, and I rode in there just to see what it was like, in that big of a place. And then we went back home, and then we trailered back there that night, and they had the Grand Prix and everything, and then afterwards I went in for the match race, and I'm telling you, you walk in there with like the lights and the people, it was like, whoa, it was like, whoa. You could even hear people from the stands like yelling for you from your barn. It was like, whoa. I was like, whoa. That was one thing, like, I'll never forget. I didn't do good, but like, that was the biggest crowd I ever rode in front of. Except for, I mean, I rode at Arlington Racetrack, which I didn't ride in a race. I rode in the mornings, but there was never that big of a crowd in the mornings. I mean, it was like owners and trainers, and sometimes like when you're finishing up, some people might get there early for like ladies' day or whatever, but yeah, that was definitely the biggest crowd. I have no idea how many people or how many seats are in there. It obviously probably wasn't full, but to me it was a packed house. It was just like, wow, that was intense. And then somebody I think gave me these pictures. It's all 3 the same fence, just different riders, I guess. See, these 2 look like maybe this is the jump off or something, because the fence looks bigger even. Huh, weird. And then another jump, but I think somebody gave me these. I don't even remember who. They were just like, oh, here's some pictures. I was like, cool. But it's like Grand Prix. I don't know who it is. And then if you watch this next one, it's just a little bit bigger than the last one. They must have raised the back pole. And then here's somebody else jumping that. That's a good looking jumper there. Look at his legs. He got him way up there out of the way. He's not even coming close. I don't know who these people are, but... And then this is a cool looking jump. Like 3 rails over a wall. So yeah, those are my pictures. I really don't think I have any more than I can find at the moment, so it was a lot. 2 videos worth. I definitely had some pictures, so it was cool. If you watched, thanks for letting me share it with you. Take it easy.